We're going to do a short live show, but that doesn't mean it's not going to be exciting and awesome. I'm going to answer lots of questions. Um, I am preparing to leave. In case you're not aware, I'm going to the Sasquatch Summit. Want to look it up? Google Sasquatch Summit. It's in Washington State. I'll be the keynote speaker there. I will be doing some very cool stuff there. So I have plans that I'm just gonna unveil when I get there. People that come there are going to be really impressed with the stuff that I have. Um, just even I could probably show you something since you guys are so awesome. So I've never the Kabota, that's video 8 that I have. There's an awesome shot of it. So this is the full spectrum, the full size of the photograph that I took. There's Kabota right there. So this is not pixelated. This is zoomed. What does that camera do? Like 50 times optical, but no digital zoom, no push. That's exactly the original shot. And I will have one of Jake that people have seen. Sorry, one of Jake that people have seen, one of Jane that people have seen, and then this people have seen the video of Kabota, but nobody's ever seen the photograph like this. And I have this that I'll be autographing and selling at the show. Apologies for not coming on next week. I've just been working my butt off getting the movie all done for Warner Brothers. Remember that when you watch my movie, even the first one I did, so at the end of a movie, you'll see a big list of hundreds of people. Now it's kind of thousands if they put CG and stuff in there. Obviously, there's no CG or any kind of. My movie is a documentary. So there's no effects of any kind in it. So the only thing that I did is like maybe turned up the saturation at points or turned up the volume. That thing that really bothered me about Survivor Man. That what happened? Oh my God, this thing is getting old. Apologies, keeps falling down. I don't know how to fix it here. See if I do this. Bought it on Amazon and it worked for a while. Okay, and I feel it falling down again. I just put my hand there. But yeah, so um, lots of stuff that will be at the Qualicum Beach, and the documentary is really people ask me about it a lot. It's a crazy market, and what I was saying though in the documentary, I turn up audio when there's a sound to be heard so you can hear it, because the camera never picks it up, or the cameras I've been using, especially in the past, never pick up the sound as well as your ear. So I turn it up. It's one thing that kind of bothered me about Survivor Man is his post-production studios. When the Sasquatch made a sound in the episodes, they didn't turn it up. They left it raw. And I had a big argument with them about that. Just turn the sound up so people can hear it. Well, that's not authentic. It's not authentic that the sound is what the camera audio picked up, because my ear and Survivor Man's ear heard it significantly louder than the people are hearing it. That's not authentic. Turn the damn sound up. Turn the authentic sound up so the people can hear it. But he was a diva and oops, a total jerk off. So thought he was a know-it-all kind of a jerk, and we didn't get along at all, as you can kind of tell. I have another trick here I'm going to do here. See if I can do this. Nope, that's not going to work. Just 1 second. I guess this thing is really worn out. So answer some questions. I don't know. There hasn't been Sasquatch Sunday videos either. Again, I just been working so hard getting this stuff done. Expeditions for next year. Oh my God. What sucks is I don't have much room for new people. So it's basically like 90% people just coming back. So I have a few new spots, but stuff opens up. By all means, do apply. I cannot believe this thing is doing this to me today. What the hell? Very annoying. It's just gonna fall down every which way I go. Wow, time for me to get a. This is unbelievable. Just give me a second here. Technical difficulties are being had. Just won't stay up. How far down is it gonna go? Too far down. Okay, so I'll just hold it. So let me answer some questions. Apologies for the technical difficulty. It is what it is. ND, hello Todd, hello Harry, good evening, Susan, JJ Pride, hello. Grow back the beard. No, it's not gonna happen. Hello Royal Creations. Who cares about the beard? I don't know. Just not gonna happen. It's actually up to Ashley. She's my lady, and she says no to the beard, so don't think so. I would, you know, honestly though, like long hair and a beard are for a man. It helps you connect. It actually it does things to your spirituality. Like the old native trackers, you cut their hair and they became less effective trackers. This is legit real stuff. They've actually got science to back this up. So so I would have long hair, but I had to cut it for uh, reasons I can't talk about. And now I just don't seem to. Hello, Ashley. There she is. She's actually on today. Thank you for tuning in, Ashley. You do boo. You do boo. LOL. Ash Royal, everybody saying hi. Jason saying hi. Hi Todd, what's up, brother? I want some questions. Hey Todd, Ash, Andy. So this is if you're tuning in, this is really like a family we have out here. I love it. I got people from Hawaii, people from Scotland. There's Jason Shoot, boom, greetings, discovering Bigfoot crew. Everybody, Kaiser Buddha. Man, people are really on today. So like Kaiser, Darren, uh, close friend, amazing colleague. Jason, tremendous, incredible success this year. So people that are really boots on the ground. The discovering Bigfoot cooperation has grown so much. And you know what I don't have? I'm not sure about what's going to happen for. So I'm going to Nia Bay. So right now I'm going to Washington State. The Olympic Peninsula is where I Nia Bay, and my mentors and friends are showing up. That's so excellent. The Nia Bay people are showing up like in power. That's really exciting to me. So because like I was just talking to them, so they're going to set up. They're going to do a little campfire thing, act like it's or have a little the what's that called, the style or whatever, the setup, the artistic look of it is going to be like I'm at a campfire art expedition, which is pretty cool that they're going to do that, bring that artistic look to it. So that's fantastic. I'm really happy to hear that. But what they are is they're very very spiritual, enlightened, awakened people. I didn't say woke. And what I mean by that is they're very spiritual. They're very they're into mind speak, telepathy, and all that kind of stuff. So guys, I'm doing my live show. Thank you. I have 2 5-year-olds and a 6-year-old that are absolutely amazing and wonderful, but sometimes they get a little loud. So, Todd, if I book an expedition, can I bring my own drone? Yeah, you can, but you better hurry up because I don't know how that's going to work. I have a drone too. Like I use drones, so I have a drone. I have the DJI 3T, the thermal, probably without a doubt the best drone that was available in 2023. They have a new one coming out, and I'm going to buy that one too. But yeah, I have drones, and Mark, who came out this year from Alberta, he had his own drone. Yeah, there's 3 people that brought their own drones. So what I usually suggest, though, I mean, it's not likely your drone's going to be any better than mine. Mine is top notch, and I really am very effective and efficient at where to go and how to use it. But if you have a better drone, bring it. And wouldn't want to say yes. And what I do is I set it up where we have a little TV that the HDMI cord, mini HDMI, goes to a TV, and then I have people, the expeditioners, look through the monitor and look. They have a bigger screen than I do and help me look for heat signatures, and then we go after it. So, the story of Kabota and Ina is one of your best. Yeah, yeah, it's a great one. I'm really glad you appreciate it. I certainly will say. Ashley just sent me a, a text. No drones. Didn't have good success with them. But talking about the Ina and Kubota story, the lessons that I learned from that are freaking outstanding. The way Kubota maneuvered, used the wind gauge to stay away from the bear spray, the way he approached from a specific vector angle, moving in certain directions, and then removed the boyfriend, and then the mind speak, and then shutting off mind speak. So there's so much information that I learned from that. It's one of the most important events between an interaction between a Sasquatch and a human being. So many things are substantiated by it. How did the Sasquatch know her name? They said Ina, Kabota, Iha, Ina. How did he know her name? They weren't listening. Maybe they were within earshot, you could say, but no matter what, a gorilla or a chimpanzee isn't going to follow you around and then call you by name, are they? You understand the next level? Like there's 20 things that we learned from that incident that it just blows my mind. And you can watch it. It's a video that actually Ashley's in up on my YouTube page. It's Women in Bigfoot is the video. It's like 15 minutes long. You can go watch that. So yeah, it's fantastic. What do you think of the Expedition Bigfoot show? Hmm. I don't want to go public yet. It's like, well, I will say this. So Sasquatch Ontario is a lie. He's a hoaxer. He was deceitful. I knew this for a long time, and I was just waiting for him to expose myself, for him to expose himself. And I didn't want to say anything. He was saying negative things about being hatred. I don't care because I knew stuff. I had insider information. The same thing's going to happen with Expedition Bigfoot, and unfortunately, people are going to be really disappointed. So I know I was, and but and I don't watch the show. I haven't done it. So you guys know also the show. So it's Travel and Escape that picked it up. That was supposed to be my show. I'm the Expedition Bigfoot. You want to know why they didn't do the show? So the show was me, Jeff Meldrum, Ian Redmond, and then one lady they were going to cast. Maybe it was the lady they use in the show right now, but they didn't use us. You know why? This is why most shows don't use me, because I won't lie. Jeff Meldrum won't lie. You know, people like the BFRO show, Finding Bigfoot, they lie, they cheat, they steal, they're liars. The producers are liars, the guys in the show are liars, and they'll lie and they'll exaggerate and they won't tell the truth, and to make a controversy, make I don't know, a bad TV show in my opinion, but it's very deceitful. So I won't lie. If I catch people doing things that are not true, like in the Finding Bigfoot show, one of the people, I'm not going to name his name, thought he saw a Bigfoot, and everybody knew it wasn't. Everybody knew that he hadn't seen a Bigfoot. It was a farmer. Basically, the Finding Bigfoot crew were scaring his cows, and some farmer came on, like, "What the hell's going on? What's that? All that lights? What's scaring my cows?" And one of the Finding Bigfoot guys saw it and said, "Oh, look, it's a Sasquatch." And then the crew knew it was this farmer, and they lied to him and they didn't tell him the truth. And they told me that when I was there doing that I was in an episode of Finding Bigfoot. And I'm like, you're friends with this guy and you're backstabbing him? Like, we're just a bunch of weasels. It's a snake oil production. So, by definition, the show, when I signed a contract, it was Snake Oil Productions. It wasn't called Finding Bigfoot. It's a snake oil production. They know they're liars and cheaters. And that's why most of these shows I won't work with them, because they're lying and deceitful. And I tell them that right straight. If I catch you lying, if you're being deceitful, if I see you do things that are untrue, I'm going to expose you. And the people that do the show allow that to happen. So that's why there's no arguing. Todd Standing, Jeff Meldrum, and I don't know if you know who Ian Redmond is. He's the top primatologist in the world. He took over Diane Fossey's site after. I was supposed to work with him a couple times, didn't precipitate. But yeah, Ian Redmond's he's an icon. The three of us doing a show, do you know how amazing that would be? With the best in the world. Like, I don't like to be competitive or anything, but I'm elite skills for tracking in North America, like elite, right? And then I take out these two incredible men. They're both amazing in their own ways. It would have been spectacular. What an incredible show. But we won't lie, especially Jeff and Ian. They're PhDs. That's Dr. Ian Redmond and Dr. Jeff Meldrum, professor of anatomy and anthropology. They're not lying. So they can't. Even you'd ask, why isn't Jeff Meldrum? Why hasn't he done a show in the past? Now you know why. Because these shows, these what do they call themselves? Reality TV is a bunch of lies. They're a bunch of lying, cheating, backstabbing. It's all. And once the more you get into it, the more you see. It's so deceptive, and they do better. They have to lie. You know, so it's like Survivor Man versus Bear Grylls. Bear Grylls' show is a lie. It's false. It's completely fraudulent on so many levels, and it got 10 times the viewership. Bear Grylls is 10 times more popular than Survivor Man. You know why? Because Survivor Man tells the truth, and Bear Grylls was a liar. He's a nice guy. He's really nice. I had stuff to do with him. He's a nice man. He's very, speaks really well, and he's a nice guy. But he's a liar. He did a lying, deceitful, cheating show, and he did bad stuff. He taught people lying survival skills. He's a liar. And what's his reward? Well, he's 50 times more popular than Survivor Man. knighted by the queen, and now he's got way more popularity. Survivor Man's done really well, but he had to do it with integrity by telling the truth, and that doesn't work a lot of the time. So, in fact, I remember the BFRO guys telling me that there was a show before them. I don't know anything about it. It was maybe did a season, and it was a show where it was some PhDs and they were telling the truth, and people didn't like it. People didn't watch it. They wanted the liars and the cheaters and the backstabbers and the drama all trumped up into reality TV. So, and you ask, why don't I get much traction? Because I do documentary style TV. I do documentaries. My movie, Discovering Bigfoot, is a real documentary, real life. That's exactly how it happened. That's exactly the truth about everything that's in that. It's a documentary. Nothing's contrived. Nothing. So, and it's just not. It's that's just the way it is. So, and our path is it's not the easy one, but it's the one of integrity, and that's it. Excuse me. Ash is gonna get mad at me because I'm coughing. Not coughing. I was just clearing my throat a little. Feeling great though. Feeling absolutely great. So Willie don't Willie Doit and Betty Doit. Nice to meet you. You ever thought about using helium balloons with thermal camera? Oh man, that would just not work. So, yes, I've thought about it a lot, and no, like no, it just uh, it's so much, and yeah, I just can't do it. Believe me, we've thought about a lot, even like a blimp drone, and I've experimented with all that stuff, and um, it just oh god, it's so much, guys. I invested so much time. So what I'm really going to focus on, so you all know this, what I'm going to focus on next year, the big change. So I still have my thermal drone. Sorry, Ash. I still want to. I don't know. I still want to film bears and moose and you know other different things. So, and I love the drones. So that's awesome. But next year I want to put cameras up around all of base camp. So I should say run the trailers at base camp because the Sasquatch, every second expedition, they were banging and throwing stuff at the trailers. We had significant success around the trailers. Like really, Ash was there a day that they threw a rock at a trailer. Hell, Ash was there the day a Sasquatch came up to her in her truck and yelled at her, and then busted trees around. So we've had just such significant success. They shake the trailers, they bang the trailers. So I'm going to put little cameras up around. I've got internet out there. Elon Musk's Starlink, and it worked very well. So I'm going to have a live feed 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Whatever comes around there, we're going to know. And yeah, we'll just see what happens with that, right? So, um, aloha, Ash, foraging with Bigfoot. Boom. Hello, Hawaii. Nice to see you again, Todd. I'm so sorry I missed last week, guys. Please forgive me. Just crazy life, but I'm here. There's Bigfoot near Cape Cod. Yippee! Someone's seen one in Nicholson State Park. Well, and if you'd like to, Bigfoot Encounter at gmail.com, I'd like to hear about that, please. So I'm really, gosh, I'm just so overwhelmed with all the amount of stuff that I have, and it's just take it step by step. We're expanding, we're growing, we've got lots of new stuff coming, and every year we get better. If you knew where I was, years ago and what I'm at now, I mean, even gosh, the trailers, the e-bikes, the expeditions are so smooth. Like we know where we're going. We have a research area. We go over particular areas. We find new spots. We grow. We expand with new people. It's absolutely amazing, guys. Like the discovery is so happening. It's so happening. Like, and now I have Russian scientists coming out this year. Like, I'm so excited about that. And then all these incredible, amazing people coming back. Like it's been a fantastic year, and I'm excited about just everything that's happening. I'm excited to come to Washington State. I'm flying out tomorrow. I'll be there Friday, Saturday, and it's the Sasquatch Summit again. If you missed that, hey Todd, are you studying any new family of Bigfoot? And do you have any new material coming out? You'll have the movie. That's why I've been busting my butt trying to get all that done. So there's new footage and new family of Bigfoot. No, I'm just sticking with my same crew. Uh, Nothing, no new Sasquatch. Like I go to Nia Bay, so those Sasquatch know me there. They get excited when I come around. All the people there, they just admit. As soon as Todd Stanley comes around, the Sasquatch get excited. Even even an elder out there went, like I made dates to come, and I'm coming on these dates, and suddenly all this activity started happening, tree breaks, and then yeah, it was just it was awesome. And all the people there know that, and they publicize it. Todd Stanley's coming back to the Nia Bay, to the Macaw Indian Reserve, and so the Sasquatch get all hyped up, and it legit happens, guys. It totally happens. It's amazing, and I can give you 100 examples of that. There's a lady in Alaska that has some incredible Sasquatch activity. She literally, like, they'll throw rocks at the house when I'm talking on the phone. You know, they'll start whooping outside and yelling because that energy, right? So I suppose you could say they want me to come there, and I would love to go there, but I can just call people and talk to people, and it's all this. And what is that energy? Well, people are watching me, like right now, like millions of views every month on my YouTube channel, and my movie, and people are looking at my pictures and talking, and I think there's a lot of energy that comes through people thinking and giving me that energy and that power and putting it back out to this discovery process. So at least that's a theory of mine, anyways. Maybe I'm wrong. I have a lot to learn about this. So thank you, Jody. Appreciate your words. Ashley is so grateful because she's so awesome forging with Bigfoot. So, brilliant Ash. What time's your live show? Her live show is tomorrow. She does it Thursday. So I'm sure she'll put it down here. Look what happened to Samson when his hair was cut, right? And that's like a biblical legend. But I'll tell you, I didn't really notice it. So I had long hair and I had to cut it. And I just didn't notice. I still feel my tracking skills are fantastic, and I still feel like I'm doing really well. I think there's more, like, instead of, like, if I'm going to get great at tracking when I really, really want to connect, I get touchy of the trees. I walk around barefoot. I think that's even better than long hair. So, or maybe I'm wrong. So, hello, Sir Sarich G. There was a sighting here in Oklahoma last month. I'm passing through. Oh, wow. That's fantastic. I have the people that went to Nia Bay with me last year were my Oklahomians. They're awesome. So please do send that to me. I am a full time researcher. If you wanted to make a donation and help this research move, that's all I do, guys. I am a Sasquatch researcher. I'm a full time Sasquatch researcher. That's my job. It's what I do. I direct and produce YouTube videos and feature films about Sasquatch. So everything I do is to facilitate this research. I do expeditions for Sasquatch. That's really like my whole life and livelihood. And it's different too than you could say. Well, there have been TV personalities, like, let's say, the Finding Bigfoot guys. They made a very good living off of doing a TV show, but that's not me. I do I do the TV show and I do the YouTube as to facilitate the expeditions and the discovery and boots on the ground. They didn't do that. So not like what I'm doing. And I'm doing it the way that, when you talk to real scientists and real, like, primatologists, you can't go from place to place. That's absolute horse manure. You have to sit down in one spot. To have a troop of gorillas allow you to start coming around them takes 8 years to habituate them to your presence. 8 years. So I've been going to this research site for 12 years now or more. So that's why we're getting such incredible success all the time. Is these Sasquatch are habituated to me being there as best as I can get, and we're not going to stop. Like, every year it grows, it gets better, it expands, and it's really, really exciting. Not just the knowledge, but the people and the evidence. It just expands, guys. Like, I mean, I can't look at this year, like, we found literally the most significant structure area for Sasquatch of all time. It's on my YouTube channel. It's called the Penner Playground. James is probably on here today. It's the most significant area of Sasquatch breaks, structures, tree bends, tree twists in the history of the human species. I can't take anybody there and have them go, I don't, this is unreal spectacular. Like, it is absolutely astonishing, amazing, brilliant work. Like, structure after structure, after tree bend, after tree twist, after X, after tracks, just all over the place. It's all about 7 years old. But that discovery it's mind blowing. Maybe people aren't impressed with it. I don't care. You should be impressed. It's absolutely astonishing, and it hasn't been. It's so big and there's so much there. Almost every time I go there, we find new stuff. Every time we go there, we find new stuff. Someone wanders off in a weird direction. We're talking like hundreds of yards in multiple directions. One time we went west and saw it stop, and we probably went 350 yards west before we're like, okay, there's no more Sasquatch here. We went another 300 yards. Okay, there's no more Sasquatch activity here. So it ended at 300 yards west. We've never seen it end north. I've never seen it end east, and south is where the road is. And actually, we haven't gone across the road to the side. There are tree breaks on the other side of the road, so we didn't go that way either. So basically, we went fully west and saw the end. But I mean, west, west, straight west. We never went northwest. We went southwest and saw the end, and then west, west. We didn't go northwest, right? What's northwest? We didn't go up there. So it's just, it's so freaking much. It's such a tremendously significant discovery. And then the structures over by base camp, well, about a mile from base camp, is amazing. And then the tree triangulation, if you saw those recent videos, that's absolutely astonishing, astounding, miraculous, amazing. So, and there's stuff. Even I'm gonna explain it right now so you all know this, and I'll answer a few more questions. But there's things now that I don't talk about publicly. I'm just not going to talk about them. Literally this year, and Ashley knows this, and lots of my close colleagues know this, close personal friends of mine, and Ashley was actually there. There are things that have transpired that are so mind blowing that it's personal. So, and I'm not ready to talk about it. Maybe I'll never be ready to talk about it. I don't know, but you all can understand. I mean, I do the best I can, like with an open heart, guys. I'm so transparent. But people that come out have their own little journeys and their own little expansions, and that's wonderful and brilliant. But I've been coming to this area for over a decade now, 2008. So yeah, much well over a decade, almost 15 years. I've been coming to this particular area, and there's really just things that are personal and my journey, and probably the number one reason I'm not talking about them, yet I should say, is because I haven't really figured out what they mean, and I haven't really substantiated the next step. It's like I get a little carrot, but I'm not sure where it leads to, and I'm just not ready to discuss it yet publicly. So, and based on my history, I will. Now that I think about it, like the leg thing, I was never gonna. So I had this incredible incident that a lot of people know about with a Sasquatch. I don't want to say I had a big cut in my leg. The Sasquatch saved my life. They they stopped the bleeding and pulled me out of the river and put me up in the sunlight. So when I was ready, I was pretty much gonna die. They've saved my life a few times, but that was super cool because the split in my leg was sealed up. They put a salve in it and they fixed it. I was never gonna tell anybody about that. Never. I mean, I kind of made a little vow to myself. Like people can think I'm crazy. And sure enough, 2 3 years later, I was talking about it. So I guess what I'm saying is this is the year where things happen that were so significant that I'm just not ready to talk about it publicly yet, and I need time to talk to my colleagues because it's just so personal, guys. Like literally personal, that like things that just devastated and blew my mind. Ashley was there for it. Her and we had this. I had this incredible sighting, and a Sasquatch was right there. Super close to us, and she saw it all happen, and she heard it all go down, and it was just absolutely mind blowing. And now we have to go figure that out. I would feel irresponsible discussing it with you guys at this point because I'm still trying to answer these questions, and you know, but there's a lot going on, and don't think too that hey, like I'm hiding. There's so much stuff. Look at the triangle that we discovered, the new kind of breaks that we discovered, the this new Penner playground area. There's so much that we discovered, and so much that we discovered what not to do. If you know anything about Edison, when he made the light bulb, halfway into it, they said, "Hey, how you doing with it?" He goes, "Well, I found 500 things not to do." And believe me, as somebody that's part of a discovery, knowing what not to do, knowing what road to not go down, is immensely important because it focuses you, it makes you go, okay, this is the path. Don't go over here. Don't go over here. Don't go over here. Eventually, it's like going through a maze, right, left, and eventually you find your way. And that's literally where we're at 100%. So let's get some questions here. There you go. Thursdays at 6:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. 6:30, Ash? You're so funny. Hi, Todd. Love your videos. Thank you so much, Mike. Have you ever thought of combining all researchers and organizations together and focus on one spot? Absolutely not. People want to kill them. I, you know, respect, I guess, to people who want to kill them and people have different ideas and people that think they're animals and stuff. So, and I have all the help I need. I really do. Like I have, like we're out there for, you know, what is it, 10 times 70 days. I'm out there on expedition with expeditioners, 70 days just in that one particular spot in radium. And actually, that's on with expeditioners. You probably tack on another 20 days, and I'm out there without them, or out in the wilderness without them. But in this specific area with expeditioners, 70 days in the backcountry wilderness. Who the hell's doing that? That's immense, guys. In fact, there's probably by the end of the year, I'm well over 100 days in the backcountry wilderness. This is a full-time job, guys. Like if you even understand Canada, like when it snows, I don't go out there anymore. So, half the year, there's only 365 days in the year, you know, and so from as soon as the snow melts to when the snow falls again, I'm out there, half the time. So which is a lot. It's a tremendous investment. And basically I'm out there and I come home, lick my wounds, clean things up, get things ready, and I'm back out again. It's that much work because I'm not just going out there alone. I'm going out there with people. So and organizing it, it's an enormous husbandry, and I absolutely love it. So, and answering your questions from last show, yes, I have those videos up on my YouTube. That's fantastic. Yeah, Jason Shoot has some really good videos that I haven't even time to explore. I'd like to put them up on my YouTube channel as well, but I have time because I'm done with expeditions till Nia Bay, I think. And actually, that's not true. You guys should know too. Like I am doing uh, uh, you know Sasquatch Summit, like those kind of Sasquatch festivals. So once we get this one organized really well and down to a nice tight run ship, the way I do expeditions, for example, then I'm going to start doing outdoor shows and other Sasquatch festivals. And I have three other offers on the table that I'm going to accept for Sasquatch shows in different states, and maybe even like I was considering going to Alabama because I love the Talladega Forest and doing an expedition there. But my problem is food. It's like we have such incredible good food here, and I can't bring food to Alabama, unfortunately, as I don't think I can. And you have to eat good food, and I go down there. If I have to buy stuff, the food that you buy is just crap, garbage food. It's so bad, and I can't tolerate that at all. So if I can figure out a way to feed us that's really healthy, organic, good food, then I'd probably give that a go. So it's just something I have to figure out, because it's difficult. But you know, we'll just take it step by step. Trevor says I watched your film yesterday. Thank you, Trevor. It's up on YouTube, Discovering Bigfoot right now. So, hey Todd, it's Hammered. Just saying hi. Oh, hey Hammer. I know who you are. Nazaro, which means devout, never cut their hair either. Right, right. So yeah, it's a big thing cutting your hair. Okay, so mating season, is it all the time or seasonal thing for Bigfoot? Well, it's definitely going to be since they're a primate in the primate category like we are. All of us primates don't have a mating season. It's just like human females. They come in and out of they have their monthly cycles. It's monthly. They literally, guys, like at the zoo here in Calgary, they keep the gorillas from getting pregnant by giving the female gorillas human birth control pills in human cycles. Like literally, this is a human, that little circle thing and the little pills, they give that to the females every day to keep them from getting pregnant. That's how they control the breeding. That's how identical breeding is with gorillas, humans, Sasquatch. Of course, Sasquatch more so. They're more closely related to us than gorillas or chimpanzees. So, absolutely, I'm very sure about that. Chrisley, I've been debating earlier day weekend for lives that can work for you. So Ash is talking about changing her live show time, and can't suggest. Ashley is so amazing. So of course I'm jaded because I get to see her. I just saw her today. She's a beautiful lady in my life. So, but she's awesome. She has wonderful perspectives. we're so lucky, guys, to have a real like feminine lady who loves nature, loves the wilderness, partaking in this discovery process. Because I do have some women that are helping out and doing good, and I appreciate it. But Ashley is like next level. You know, it's been amazing to watch her progress and grow and expand. I'd love to get her doing these festivals with me because I mean, I don't mean to be an ass, but the vast majority of people that are speaking at these shows don't have anywhere near the experience that she has. I mean, she has sightings, she's had live interactions, she's had incredible evidence, and she's got these wonderful perspectives about the discovery process, and it's absolutely amazing. It's so wonderful to see. So I just this discovery is so important to me. We're so grateful that John Benedigal did the discovery. We're so grateful that Survivor Man got involved. I can't tell you how incredibly grateful I am for the great, amazing Jeff Meldrum. No, I don't know about his health and how he's doing right now. So, but and now we have Ashley, and I'm so grateful that she's doing this and working towards it. So, and I appreciate y'all supporting her and asking her questions. You guys are so amazing. So the Vernon 52 says the interest in what you are doing, Todd, is well deserved. I feel you and Ash as a team are going to get some very significant interactions. Yeah, and we did this year. Like 4 hours of meditation, approximately. I don't even know the time, maybe more, of meditation. You know, incredible spiritual meditation with that incredible lady. We were barefoot, by an incredible structure and in a very, very hot spot for Sasquatch. And they came. Oh my God. They came and they taught us. And we had, man, was it spectacular. Just absolutely mind blowing. One of my greatest experiences and greatest lessons of my whole life. But it's, it's just, I'll tell you guys, literally, you're in a box, right? And then you break out of that box. And every time you find out you're just in a bigger box. So it's refreshing to go, wow, all this stuff I learned. Wow, look what Sabe taught me. But it's still a bigger box. And that, you know, hey, you think you're free and you think, hey, no more boxes. Nope. I'm just in a bigger box. You guys understand that? Like you grow, but it's like that's it. I grew, I was that big and now I'm that big and now I'm this big. But I'm just this big. You think infinite happens and it doesn't. I hope that makes sense. So you want so much more, and the mindset I'm in is, man, I'm so grateful that what happened, but it sucks because I want so much more. You know, I want more. I want this discovery to move so much more and push it forward. But the truth is, things grow at their own pace. You plant the seeds and then you sow them and they grow. And we have planted the seeds and we are getting tremendous success, but they grow, man. This is nature. Nature, there's just no explosion with this. This just takes time. The Sasquatch are so incredibly patient, so incredibly wise, and I'm just peacefully moving forward with that. So let's do a bunch of questions. So thank you, Susan. Heartfelt gratitude for your wonderful comment. World Creations, hello. Hello, Todd. Helen, Kyle, Wood, Boogie, alive and well. Thank you, Charles, for tuning in today. Check out Jason's shoot. There you go. Andy, you are awesome, dude. If you're trying to impress me, it just works. So that's a link to Jason's shoot. Awesome stuff. Jason's shoot went up to the baddest ass spot in the whole world. It had an incredible. I've talked about it, and it's just so incredible. So I have to do a video about it. But yeah. Also, do you think the males go through a rut? Absolutely not, Jason J Pride. Hey Todd, what do you know if anything new is coming out or when we can expect awesome work? Video, Netflix, Amazon Prime, all that stuff, new documentary. It's just good. It'll be a good one. Christy McNeil, thanks Ash. That's so kind. I don't want to put you out. I don't mind staying up. Oh, and you're from Scotland, Christy, right? Yeah. So, what IQ do you think a Sasquatch have? Oh man. So just a couple more questions, guys. That is such a good question. So we know, we've proven that in the moment, for example, chimpanzees, they have what's called working intelligence. They're far more intelligent than we are. And what does that mean? That means that, and this is actually an awesome question, guys. I'm going to talk about this. This is going to be the last question of the show for sure. I've seen this many times, and now I've put it together. So what happens is with chimpanzees, it was a Japanese scientist at this experiment. So you pop up a bunch of images and you put them down. Let's say 20 images, and then you have to identify which images, right? Well, the humans, let's say humans can do like 10 or 12 or something. Chimpanzees can do like 40. So in the moment, so we might be able to deduce things and do math and learn and do school. Like, our children are in school for how many, over a decade, 12 years. They go to school and then they go to university. Like, they spend all this time learning. But what human beings are not capable of, or in general don't have, is intelligence in the moment, where you can just see something and analyze it. It's there. It's called working intelligence in the moment. And I know Sasquatch do this, and I've learned this now many times, because what a Sasquatch will do, I've seen this, and this was, it seemed almost like some kind of magical spiritual thing they would do, but it's not. It's working intelligence. What happens is they walk into an area. Okay, there's trees and logs, and it's a forest, and they memorize the ground. You go, what are you talking about? Listen. They'll walk in, they'll memorize the ground, and then they'll walk back and they'll move around the trees and they'll step over the logs without looking back. It's because they memorize the area, because they're incredibly, their working intelligence is absolutely astonishing. Astonishing. So that's one fact that I can tell you. And I've seen it too, like even as an example, Claudia Ackley, who's passed away, recently, uh, or passed on, her daughter told me something what freaked her out. And I know Claudia Ackley had a sighting. She has legitimate footage. I just know it. I was there. I investigated it. It's real. But what her daughter said that blew my mind was there was two young Sasquatch, and they were running it through the forest, and they were looking at her and running on the ground, and they didn't look back to the ground, and they were maneuvering their feet. Their little feet were maneuvering through the ground as they looked straight at her. She goes, it was freaky to see something do that. And it's because they took one look at the ground and then looked at her, and they kept running, and they had it all memorized. So IQ wise, they're absolutely brilliant. And we're just talking comparison to like chimpanzee working intelligence to a Sasquatch. I literally have seen so much evidence of highly intellectual, immensely intelligent beings that they're, you know, beyond genius, like absolutely brilliant. And another reason I say that is because they're able to use more of their brain with their telepathy, they're going to use more of their brain for other things. I also had an experience this year where I experienced their humor and their laughter and what they thought was funny. And so it overwhelmed me. Literally, I got a mind speak from a Sasquatch in a funny moment, and it literally, his emotion for laughter hurt my head because it was so powerful. Now, what does that tell me? Well, okay, so they're physically superior to us, spiritually superior to us in the fact of they can mind speak and they're connected to the earth much better than we are, significantly better than we are, through grounding and touch and being naked and walking around and connecting and healthy. So now I know through, like, when they get into an emotional state of humor, they're superior to us. So what do you think is going to happen intellectually? So superior, intellectually superior. And I see evidence of intellectual superiority. And I hope that doesn't offend you, because I know as human beings, we're the most technologically advanced species. I mean, horrifically technologically advanced. But there's a big downside to that. The more technologically advanced you become, the more domesticated you become, the less free you become. Because the domesticated thing is not free. You rely on your technology. The more you rely on technology, the less freedom you have. You better understand that. You better get that through your head. A wild thing is a free thing. And I don't know any human being that's wild. The closest we get is guys, go out and put moxes on and make coats out of skins. That's not wild. A Sasquatch, a deer, a bear, they're naked. You understand? Naked. That's how they thrive. Naked. They have all the tools they need built right into them, whether it's claws or teeth or horns, hooves, built for it. Naked. They go wherever they can, wherever they want, wherever's open. They're free. They don't pay any taxes. They don't owe anything to anybody, and they survive just fine, completely in equilibrium within nature. We cannot do that anymore, and the Sasquatch can. They are wild and they are free, and we are domesticated. And it's it's powerful, that freedom that they have. It opens up their mind in ways that's really beyond my understanding, so much, so beyond my understanding. So I have so much respect and admiration for this species, and and rightly so. And there's nobody that I work with, nobody that comes out with me and doesn't see the genius in what they do, like the absolute genius, spatial, intellectual intelligence, moving intelligently, coordinated, high ground, triangulations, north south directions at all times. Like they just wind gauge. They're brilliant, so brilliant, so articulate, so much. And that's, and I tried, guys, I tried to deny that for so long. I said, no, they're just apes. No, they're just animals, for lack of a better term. And now that's just, there's no chance of it. I cannot deny what I've seen. I cannot deny the truth. Even knowing this, guys. I mean, you know how many hundred, over two, I should be approaching, I should have to look, but I must be over 2,000 days in the backcountry wilderness. 2,000 days, either guiding people or being alone out in the wilderness, backcountry, tracking, surviving, learning, studying, like 2,000 plus days. I'm an expert. Like I'm at an elite level. This is all I do. I work with the best. I work with biologists, PhDs. Survivor Man is a teacher of mine. Cree natives, Blackfoot natives. Like I work with the best of the best, right? So I'm at an elite level. Why am I saying this? Because literally the Sasquatch are got to be at least two level. If I'm at this level, like other people are down, 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 down. I'm at this high elite level. This is my high elite level. There's one level and then at least another level, and that's where the Sasquatch are. So intellectually, spiritually, emotionally, physically, the whole gambit, guys. They're significantly above me, and it should blow your mind to say that. I go out in the wilderness as, in my ecology, there's nobody that can do what I do, guys. There's just nobody. I'm not being arrogant. I watched in 2013 when I was at an elite high end level. I went out with one of the best, if not the best in the world, survivalist, survivor man, Les Stroud. And he just had nothing but good things to say about me. The PhDs, John Bitternagel, the man's an expert. Todd Standing is an expert. And I'm telling you, as an expert, as probably the best, or top two, top three. I don't know. I don't know anybody who can do what I do and has the experience that I have. I'm telling you, they are smoking my ass. I can't even, I wouldn't even try to compete with them. I've spent 2,000 days in the wilderness. They have never left the wilderness. They don't know what it's like to be in the city. They've been raised and trained by the best wilderness experts ever, playing amongst themselves, learning, versing each other, being the best in the world, playing with the best in the world, learning from the best in the world that's ever lived. Never, they don't know what the city's like. Right? Hey, I got 2,000 days in the bush. Well, a Sasquatch has every day of his life in the bush, trained by a grandpa and a grandma and a father and an aunt and mother and brother and sister that have never left the bush. That's all they know. So that's what we're dealing with. And so brilliant, incredible, spectacular, amazing beings. That's why they're not discovered by most people. And that's why science hasn't been able to catch up with them. Because even today, with all their technology, guys, I'm out there and they're smoking me, right? They're my teachers, they're the masters, and nothing happens but through them with their permission. And 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 that's why this discovery is so important and so urgent. Why all of you who are doing this, don't get frustrated, don't quit, because it's just so darn important. And it's really about your own growth. Be a great student to the wilderness. Be a great student to your spirituality, to your physical, to your emotional. Like grow and expand as a human being, and the discovery will come to you. When the student is ready, the master will appear. When the student is ready for the information, it will be provided to him, and not before. So go get ready. Go grow. All of us, all of you, grow, expand, be amazing. You are amazing. Expand. You are light. What is human? Hue is light, and man is a manifestation. You are a manifestation of light. Congratulations. You are a beautiful manifestation of life. Go love yourself. Go kiss yourself. Go be amazing. And thank you very much for tuning in today. I said I was going to do a short show, and I am not. This is the full show. So lots more to come. Lots of information coming. Qualicum Beach, the Sasquatch Summit will be amazing. I'm flying out there tomorrow, and I'll keep you guys informed. Lots to come. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram, and that's my social media. I'll be posting stuff there for sure. Thank you so much for tuning in. Take care of yourself. Bye for now.